What's going on, guys? It's Smileyz here once again, bringing you some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. It's time for the final trial of Case 3. And, yeah, it's going to end right here, right now. This trial will be the last.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence.
Well, I don't know if that's going to happen, because, the prosecution's case seems kind of weak against Will Powers. Even, Gumshoe seems to think that, so I don't know. Today I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear.
Very well.
Edgeworth seems to have been on edge today. Get it? Because he's Edgeworth? He's on edge?
You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls Miss Dee Vasquez to the stand. Miss Dee Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Alright, so the Mafia lady takes the stand. Dee Vasquez, I'm a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes. I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here.
Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder.
Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. Ah, Phoenix, your choice of thoughts are so wrong. Anyways, it's time for the first testimony from Dee Vasquez. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all.
I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you?
The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk, with that monkey's head toppling over. I guess that's a good point, but we do get the van added to the court record, so now you know we'll be using it.
I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. Someone mentioned in the comments that Dee Vasquez is probably Italian, and I'm inclined to agree with you, but unfortunately I can't really do an Italian accent that's not like the Mario accent, so and I don't think she'd have that kind of accent. Alright. Hold it! Time to press. Didn't stop in the employee area? No. Are you always this terse? Yes. Oh dear. I like that dialogue. I think I know what I need to present here, but it's not the van either. It's kind of weird what you have to present, actually. I think. Objection! The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. Oof. Ah, the desk banging. Hold it! And what exactly was that? I've forgotten. Maybe you could try remembering? No. The meeting ended at 4 and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times. You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. Well, yeah, why did you ask that question, Phoenix, if it was so obvious? Hold on! You had Sal take you? What does that mean? Did we already go over this? It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van. Oh, right. What's the point of that question? All these questions are so pointless. And what were you doing during that time? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops. It was a 15-minute break. Such good scenes. I believe this is the statement we have to present the evidence at, but we're gonna press, because why not? Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal. No, I mean someone else? One person is enough. If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. If I had some evidence that proved she didn't eat that steak. Well, Nick, find anything? I kinda wish she'd said a little more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in that what she said. Somewhere. Alright, so that is the contradiction, what Phoenix pointed out. The fact that she didn't actually eat her steak. And the proof of that, I believe, is the steak plate. Because you could see there's bones left on it, and if you could remember from the scene of the crime, not the scene of the crime, the Studio 2, outside Studio 2, there was a table with plates on it where they supposedly ate their steaks, and they didn't have T-bones on them, so yeah, that's a contradiction. Objection! Ha! As I thought! You claim you ate a T-bone steak, but I say you did not!
What's this now, Mr. Wright?
Look at this.
It's a plate?
This plate was on the table in the employee room. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at a table outside the trailer. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. That face is really weird. Miss Vasquez, tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You ate a boneless steak? You ate the bone too! Oh no, I ate the bones! Isn't that one KFC commercial now? You didn't eat any steak during that break. Oh no, I ate the bones. It's like their commercial for the boneless chicken or whatever. It's like, I ate the bones. Let me stop saying that. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator. That face, their startled face, is so weird. But now that I think about it, what if she just ate the steak and then threw the bones in the incinerator and then just left the plates on the table? Picking on salmonella. That's my job. Yeah, like, couldn't she have eaten the steak and then just threw the bones in the incinerator? Like, isn't that a possibility? I guess if they had, like, nothing on them, like, no juice or whatever, I guess. Sorry, what am I doing? She ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. That weird face. That's such a weird face. It makes her look like she's like 60 years old.
Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous?
Objection! What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Wait, didn't that... Wait a minute. I remember, didn't he say that exact same line in the last trial? Because, like, I remember my thumbnail was that line. Look back at my other video and see if I'm right. I can't remember. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. That's probably my favorite pose that she has. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes. I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? Well, I guess you couldn't use that spear as a weapon, but what if the spear wasn't the murder weapon? I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Huh. You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning? The samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What? 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 What?
What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body.
I have proof, Your Honor. I could prove that the steel samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. Now, there's two things I'm thinking about. This shows the guy slumped over on the garden. I think that's a flower post fence thing. Also, the spear was broken. It was broken, but it was fixed. So, I'm not sure. I am not sure. I really want to save state. Well, crap. I can't think of it. It's representing this first. I don't think it's right. Hey! Cool! I was right! I present my proof. The so-called murder weapon! But that is the murder weapon! Not so fast! Not so fast! Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through? But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? I agree, Phoenix. I agree. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence! I'm the one testifying here and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell, what was? How was Hammer killed?
Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what the weapon was used? What weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer?
Sure. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was?
I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then.
Now we present the photo. Look at this photo.
What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs.
It is. Indeed, Jack Hammer.
Order, order! If I can enter order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about?
This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What? Are you saying... Yes. What happened 5 years ago... happened again. Has happened again! No, Phoenix! I just said that! That surprised face that she made is not as bad as the other one, but it's still kind of weird.
Mr. Wright, continue.
It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. No, it's not. It's like 11 a.m. like 3 days later. Miss Dee Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it! She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die? 5 years ago? Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Oh, very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my scriptwriting staff. You deny that what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say for the sake of argument that Hammer died at the trailer as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time.
Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body?
She had another way? I think. She could deal with it. I bet she could move it. Or she had... I bet she could move it or she had another way. What does that mean? Why is that last option even there? She had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? For instance? Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then.
Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body.
She used the van! Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1. And you used the studio van to do it! Gasp! Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so I went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me, in the van. You had Sal take you and the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body in the magistrate costume. Objection! Hold on, Wright. Don't forget, it was Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Yeah, of course it was. Of course, Sal Manella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that all alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. Humph. I lose. You win. It was fun. I win? I never win anything! So, what happens next? Don't question mark me! Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. Wait, so you mean... Dee Vasquez, so it was you? You killed Jack Hammer? Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle? You proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright.
What?
What?
What? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but, there's no proof. Huh? Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving.
What do I do now?
You did it, Vasquez. Testify again, Vasquez. No further questions, Vasquez. Testify again. I'd like you to testify again.
Testify again?
Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? If I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn! Come so far, only to fail. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I'd like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez. Objection!
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth?
Why is Edgeworth objecting? He won. I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. Oh, man.
I see. Very well.
I think this game is the funniest. Objection! Your Honor, I request the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes.
Mr. Edgeworth.
I too see little point
making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about?
Well, yes, Indeed. Verily, I say. Ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body.
After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter.
Nick, why did Edgeworth? Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. But, wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that, Edgeworth. Oh man, that's so funny. I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police. Then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying, "He did it!" I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home.
I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Okay, Nick, we're close. Real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick. Right. Sure. Why not?